original Elks started in the States, in New York, in approximately 1868. A gentleman by the name of Vivian came across from England. While in England, he belonged to two fraternity orders. One was the Jolly Corks, the other was the Buffaloes. Now the reason they decided elk, because an elk is very timid and very quiet, not like a buffalo, okay? So that's how it started actually in the US.
What the Elks means? Equality, love, kindness, and service.
1912, the Elks got as far as Seattle. There was three gentlemen there that decided they wanted to come to Canada. And that's how Vancouver Lodge Number 1 came into being.
Our theme for this year is 100 years of caring for Canadian communities.
We're the only organization, volunteer fraternal organization, that has been chartered under the Dominion of Canada. Our mission statement is to get involved with the other Elks lodges and get involved in the community, find out what we can do to help.
May is Speech and Hearing Month, and that is the Elks' focus, is on children that are deaf and hard of hearing.
The government doesn't provide hearing aids to kids. Hearing aids have to be replaced every 3 to 5 years, depending on the wear and usage. And for both our boys, they were born with their hearing losses. Each kid wears $4,000 worth of hearing aids on their ears. But as their ears grow, they need new ear molds, and ear molds are $125 every time you get the ear molds done, and that's not covered. Batteries aren't covered. There's a lot of things with children with hearing loss that just are not covered.
Last year, I was diagnosed with cancer, and I just recently came up to having to get new hearing aids.
We came to the Elks for help because we just could not afford the hearing aids. Constantly being back and forth to Vancouver, and the treatments, the medications, everything that goes along with that, we just financially couldn't do it.
They came along and they paid for my latest pair. If I didn't have them, you can't hear the cars. And if you're crossing a road and you can't hear, for example, a big truck come by and it's going too fast to slow down, and they honk their horn and you don't hear it, so you just keep going and you get hit.
Yeah, they helped me a lot because they got connected with Bluetooth so I could hear off of music off of my iPod and hear my teachers better for school.
We have the BC Family Hearing Resource Centre, which is located in Surrey. This hearing centre in Surrey teaches families and children how to sign language, how to cope with the loss of hearing. We give them hearing aids and cochlear implants.
To see a young chap or a young girl that really was deaf and then could hear and advance in this world, it's...
Every time you go to a meeting, they always chase you down for your pennies. And that will go to our Elks and Royal Purple Fund for Children, which supports families that are in need of medical supplies, hearing aids, glasses.
And we have a speech therapy too. We help some children with stuttering and stuff like that. And that's helped. Most of the places across Canada have that. We have orthopedics. Maybe a child we've helped a number of those where they had a leg or a foot or something bent and they have to have orthopedics to straighten it out, so we help them with that. Addiction awareness, that's taking drugs and stuff like that. I don't think we've helped anybody that I know of here, but we do in certain parts of the country.
Sometimes I'm lucky and I find dimes in here.
We started donating pennies to Janice when she started her penny drive. In 1997, we made her an honorary member of our lodge. And we still donate. We've donated to Janice's place, and we still collect pennies here.
The reason why I wanted to start Penny Drive is because I was helped by Variety for a few years, and I saw the show of Hearts telethon, and I just want to help them back. The Elks helped me with that by donating money to support me through that drive to raise the goal of my goal of $1 million. And then they helped me donate money to me for Janice's Place, which now is open and running, as you can see. Moving is ton, that's awesome. Now we have 10 families in and out of the house every so often, and running and volunteers and food and coffee and kids playing in the play area. It's just absolutely amazing.
Janice is quite a little sister. She is a sister. She's an honorary member of the Elks of Canada.
The last time I came to your meeting, I had my purple and gold and white shoes, and you guys were like, "We need those shoes." How it feels to be honorary Elk is just absolutely amazing. Like, I got told quite a few years, I don't remember how many years ago, but it's absolutely amazing that now I can actually be an actual elk. My next home will be in Nanaimo, but my next project is going to be in Victoria General Hospital.
We donate to the Salvation Army. We ring the bell every Christmas. Okay. We donate to CNIB here.
A lot of times in Vancouver Island where they had a fire and they have some children, as soon as we know they have a fire, we can give them $1,000.
In BC, we have 4 children's camps that we support. There's one north of Prince George and called Elkness. There's one in Aldergrove or Abbotsford called Elk Grove. There's one on Denman Island called Elk Haven, and there's one called Elk Canoe. And they are supported solely by the members and the lodges of BC. And there's about 4,000 children go through those camps every year that mostly handicapped children.
Now, the facilities are all complete. The only thing they have to take with them is their food and supervision.
I went out to Elk Grove to one of our camps one year, and they had a handicapped group of scouts there. And that morning, some little kids had been born, little goats. And I tell you, they brought a couple of them over in their wheelchairs, and the looks on those children's faces, and some of them are adults, some of them that are in those groups are adults, and the looks on their faces were they just melted your heart.
Whether we can say we have open membership or that we're going to the dogs.
We marshaled the Victoria Day Parade for 60 years. We also marshaled the Santa Claus Parade.
We do walkathons, raising some money. We have Christmas parties. We have Halloween parties. And once a year in the spring, we have a anniversary party, whatever you want to call it, for the Elks. Basically, that's what we do.
Quite a few of the organizations that we donate money to, we've had to slack off a little bit. As you know, everything is tightened up real bad.
We no longer get the grant from the government. We're hoping that's going to come back into play very soon because it has cut down on the people that we try to help.
And if the Elks hadn't stepped forward, there's no way that we would have been able to get the boys the hearing aids. They would be without hearing aids.
The reason why I think Elks are important to the community is they help the communities and kids and families so much. And that's what's important. You need those charities that help out the community.
This is our Grand Exalted Ruler's pin this year, and his motto was "Sail into the future with integrity and pride."
The Hour of 11 pin, Victoria pin.
I was quite a recruiter for quite a while, and so I kept getting pins all the time, but I got to get back into it again. And we're hoping we can get more members. It takes quite a few people to operate, and things get slacked off a little bit, and it's harder and harder to get more people to join charitable organizations that do work in the community. They wouldn't mind making donations at times, but I mean, we really need some bodies to come in and really be helpful in the work that we do.
Why did I join the Elks? Well, we belong to a camping group with RVs, And one of the members of that group was an Elk member, and they used to have barbecues and that over his place, and we were invited, and we enjoyed ourselves so immensely that we figured we should be part of it.
You get nice cards from me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, 9.
I'm half deaf, and I can empathize with children that are deaf. And I heard that the Elks did marvelous things getting them hearing aids and devices to let them hear. So to me, that was an important factor.
I like the fact that they are helping children, families. I mean, that's basically what they do. They help each other too, by the way.
We are bound together by the ties of a great fraternity which seeks to make life sweeter, people better, and the world happier. I don't know that they would be intimidated by the rules because not all lodges wear regalia. A lot of them have gone away from the regalia and they have lodge shirts that they wear.
This is called a fez. It's not a hat, okay? And it has nothing to do with the Shriners. Mind you, we do have Shriners in our lodge.
I think there's something like 40% of the members across Canada are women now. We brought it to the floor that we would like to put our jewelry on our shoulder. And each, as you see, this is a gold one on my arm. A normal member wears a white tassel, and a member that's been an exalted ruler wears a purple tassel. I have been a district deputy and the president of BC, so my tassel is gold.
We have fun. That's why we're members of the Elks.
Come and join us. We're always happy. And the food is great, and the meetings are short.
On Vancouver Island, there are 8 Elks lodges with approximate membership of about 450. In Canada alone now, there's approximately 260 lodges with a membership of about 1,300 to 1,400 members.
It's our 100th anniversary this year. We're having a big celebration in Chilliwack in July, and we're hoping to get as many people out as we can from across Canada to come to convention, because all of the proceeds from that convention will be donated to our Elks and Royal Purple Fund for children.